Diane in Denmark here. Rah, rah, rah. Kids in Denmark are back to school today, and if you're already worried about that, or perhaps you are going back to work, perhaps you're going back to university, I've got help for you. I've got you covered. 5 easy steps, five categories. And no, I'm not sending you out to go out and buy stuff. You know me, the canny Scot. So anyway, let's get started. And you don't need anything to get started here. Maybe just make some notes with pencil, piece of paper. Maybe you want to make electronic notes. Grab a cup of tea or coffee, a glass of water. And all the things that I'm mentioning here today, I help you with those with my videos. So if you're not already subscribed, you know what to do. And I will refer to other playlists and series that I have as we go along. Anyway, let's get into the first category, which is tools. The things that we need to help us to get back to school or get back to work. And what I would suggest that you do here is get your kids to go on a kind of scavenger hunt around the house and gather all these things together so you can see what you have, you can see what you are missing. And I'll give you a few examples. Pens and pencils, calculators, compass, notebooks, sellotape, washi tape if they enjoy using that, pencil sharpeners, highlighters. Please don't go rushing out to buy things before we check what we actually already have at home. Let's gather it all together in one place so we can actually see what we've got. School bags, go and get them to find their school bags. Let's get them emptied out if they weren't emptied out at the end of last term. Pencil case, computers, iPads. Maybe we need to check the computers, make sure that they're up to date with the programs that they're going to be using, for example, in maths. And if it's you who's going back to work, what about a computer bag? What do you take with you to work? Is there some kind of bag that you need to travel with every day? Let's get those out now and have a look at them. You may need to give it a tidy out. You may need to give it a quick wipe down. Some bags you can put them through the washing machine. So all the different tools that we use for school or for going back to work, let's gather those together. Remember, you may want to set the timer, make it fun for the kids. Go and tell them to find things in the house. Bring it all together, perhaps in the kitchen. Let's go through these things. Our next category is food and drink. Let's, again, maybe check out the backpacks. Have you got some lunch boxes in there that weren't removed at the end of last term? Lunch boxes, thermos flasks for drinks and for food. Water bottles, let's check those out. And just remember to make sure that all the plastics that you're using, because I know there's lots of cute containers, make sure that they're actually food safe. Right, quickly moving on to the next category, which is uniform and kit, clothing, any kind of clothing. And, you know, for the kids, maybe they wear a school uniform, maybe there's a special blazer that they wear, a sweatshirt with the school emblem. Once again, let's gather all these things together and I'll just give you a few more things that they may need. Things for gym class, brownies or guides, they've got some kind of uniform for that. Maybe they go to soccer, maybe they go to ballet. Also if you're going back to work, perhaps you have a uniform. You know, my usual uniform is some kind of top. And then I can always throw on a blazer. That's my kind of basic uniform for every day. But once again, for the kids especially, we're going to gather all these things together and get them to try things on, because you know what it's like with kids. They can grow so fast, and maybe the football boots that they were using last term, they don't fit any longer. So let's go and try on the shoes, find the school uniform, let's get it washed if you need to wash it, get the kids to try it on. And this is a great time to have a quick declutter session, and you can maybe hand things on to some other family that you know and get something in return. Right, our next category is action. This is our action category. And here I'm thinking about all the things that we need to organize or check out before the kids go back to school or before we go back to work or back to studying. Do you need a haircut? Do the kids need to go to the optician to check and see if they need new spectacles, new glasses? Sign them up for school lunches. Do you need to sign them up for after school activities? What about school milk? We still have that in Denmark, where you sign them up for school milk and you choose what kind of milk they're going to have. And any of the things that you've noticed that the kids are missing, that you're going to add those to your errand list, so that next time you're leaving the house or out with the kids, you've got a list, you've got a full list of what you need to get. And the other thing that we're going to do in the action category is make a few notes. Perhaps you make your notes in a planner, perhaps you do everything online, but let's look at those things like term dates, public holidays, you know, when the school's on holiday, get those into your calendar now. Also, write down and check your list of emergency numbers. Telephone number for the school, telephone number for the teacher. Maybe you contact them online on Intra, make sure that all these things are up to date. Telephone number of the dentist, the doctor, next door neighbours, and make sure that the kids have a list of emergency numbers as well. And then category number 5, which is physical and mental well-being. And you're thinking, okay, well, what is that? We're all going out to do yoga in the canyon. No, we're just making sure that all of us have some good routines to make sure that we're getting enough sleep, that we are getting some daily exercise, that we are looking after ourselves every day, that we are getting to bed at a decent hour. And that comes, of course, under the category of our daily routines. Now, you know me, I am the routines expert, and I've got a whole series, a Flylady refresher course, where I go through healthy daily routines for you and for the kids, how to get the kids on board with routines, how to get the kids doing their own cleaning, how they can help out with chores. And I go through lots of questions that I get from my coaching clients about routines, so that I will put a link up there and a link down below. That's where you can find that. And if you want to take things a little step further, there is a free control journal for kids. It's called the Student Control Journal on the Flylady website. I'll also put a link to that down below. And it's basically the same thing as for adults. And it goes through your daily routines, how to clean your room, and how to come up with some good routines. So that's a really useful document. You can also take it one step further by using the Getting Things Done system to categorize all of these things that you have to do. Now, I've been through this before, you know, where we take the piece of paper, or you can make lists on your telephone. And these can be used either for home or for business. I've got a full series about that, where I went through how to do the brain dump, the list making, the action plan, and that is in the Getting Things Done Together with Flylady system. Once again, there'll be a link up there and a link down below. And with all these things, especially routines, please remember you don't have to have the perfect routine on day one. You do not have to have the perfect back to school list. I'm sure many of you have been on Pinterest thinking you have to print out these things and tick everything off. I've given you the categories here, all the things that you need to look at, try out, gather together, action. That's what's going to help you to get back to school, or get back to work, or back to studying in an easy, doable way. We're not looking for a perfect list here. We're just needing to get things done. So anyway, I'm going to get up off my bahookie and start with my things. Any questions, pop them down below. And as usual, I am on Facebook and I am on Instagram daily with a bit of motivation and inspiration. And just a wee reminder for those of you who are doing the Flylady system. This week we are in zone 2, which is the kitchen, for our detailed cleaning and decluttering. And the habit of the month is laundry. We're having some fun with our laundry. So watch out for more inspiration and motivation here on the channel, and also, as I said, Facebook and Instagram. So anyway, I'm going to get on my merry way. And before you do any of these things, you might want to set a timer so you don't go down that kind of black hole. Suddenly your day has gone. As usual, I would set the timer for 15 minutes. do something from your list, then take a break. Remember always to take those breaks, and then you can get back to it. So anyway, all I've got left to say is live long, prosper. May the Danish hygge be with you, and I'll see you very soon with a rap, rap, rap. Okay, bye for now.